Like they keep introducing. No, it wasn't Beastman. It wasn't Beastman. It was Robotic Man or some shit like that. The little robot or some shit.
Robot, yeah.
Like this nigga, like who the fuck are you, bro? Like where the fuck did you come from? Like he just came out of nowhere. He talking about, well, I have your father's mind, and he started calling the girl, I forgot the damn lady name, but calling her sister and shit like this. Like nigga, who the fuck are you? Like nigga, you wasn't even in the first episode. Who are you? Like, who the fuck is you, bro? And we back. Oh yeah, man. Let's get into this shit. I hope y'all ready. We talking Masters of the Universe. Verse. I don't know what's the speech that He-Man be saying?
The power of Grayskull.
Yeah, the power of Grayskull. Got his ass. Got his ass popped. These got smashed by Berleezy and the Smash Bros. I gotta watch some highlights of that shit. I ain't watched no highlights. I've been seeing TikTok and shit. That's all I seen though. But yeah, man. Malcolm, let's start this review. Starting in 3, 2, 1. What's happening, everybody? DADS Podcast. My name is Clint.
My name is Mal.
And we back with another movie review. Oh, this ain't even a movie. This is a series review. This is Masters of the Universe, brought to you by Netflix and that motherfucking Kevin Smith. Grove, what's happening? Malcolm. I'm just gonna go on impressions. I'm going impressions first. I'm going impressions off the top of my name. What did you think? What did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it man? Was it ass? Was it high garbage? Masuda.
It was I guess it was meh, because if you never watched the series, like this series in itself is not for people that's like jumping on the train, like how She-Ra was, where like everybody knew, like all the old folks and stuff knew, you know, the whole story of She-Ra and shit like that. But then they also, you know, kind of intertwine like the old heads and the new kiddies and stuff to kind of introduce them to She-Ra in a sense. So there was none of that in this. This was just strictly for the older audience that grew up with basically it was just
78 or 87 or some shit when the fucking Masters of the Universe first came out.
Yeah, 80s, I think. Yeah.
So motherfucking Masters of the Universe.
So yeah, I think this was more towards them, the people that grew up with it. So like He-Man is he's like I watched it because of like my cousins and like my uncle and stuff like that. The older, like all my older cousins and stuff.
Yeah,
I was never like a super fan of like man, if you get my drift. So, but watching it was interesting, and I would say this about it. They kind of like gave the characters like depth with this story versus like the original, like, you know, series or whatever.
Yeah,
because you know the original series would have like the after school special where, like, you know, life lessons or something like that. You know, the shit that every 80s cartoon had at the end of it, like for instance, like Captain Planet, when Captain Planet was like, yeah, recycle,
yeah,
other shit, yeah, like, yeah.
Okay, Captain Planet.
I like Don Cheeto's Captain Planet. Some of me, unless you want to bring about that pain,
right?
But other than that, I would say for any like new people like trying to get into it,
that's probably ain't it.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be it for you. This is more geared towards like the older.
Well, you know, it's a continuation, right?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like,
how the fuck are y'all gonna continue some shit from like 82 83 or 87 or something like that. But then there was another series in like 2001. I think it was another fucking Master of the Universe series, but it only lasted like 1 or 2 seasons. But how the fuck? And then they low key kind of took the character from the 2001 like Master of the Universe and kind of put it towards this one that just came out, bro. I was like, what? Like that shit ain't making no sense, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying it's more candy for the older audience, the true, I guess, fans of He-Man and stuff. Like if you was going into it expecting it to kind of be, because like that's how I was going into it. I was going into it because like She-Ra was pretty good. Like even though it was like geared towards kids a bit, but like it's still like any other kid cartoon, like had deep
Voltron was definitely a kid show, but it
had plot. It was still good and stuff. It had like shit that each characters go through and character development and all that other shit. And it's just like, well, here it kind of fits that theme of like how the 80s, like, you know, where everything is all over the place, but they did give some characters like some development and shit. So I will say that, but
it was man.
Yeah, that's why I said it was man. It was like, and like 5 episodes, like
man out of 10,
5 episodes. Like I could see if each episode was like an hour. Yeah, maybe even like
23 minutes top, 40, probably.
Yeah, maybe like 40 minutes. Each episode was like 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah. For
each episode, and there was only like 5 of them. So like you can bang them shits out pretty quick. But I'm just like, man, like and like they could have went in more like details and depth with each character, and like kind of gave like it just felt like it was kind of missing something. Like it needed like a good 5 more, or like a good like either do 10 or 12 episodes for like this whole like I guess series thing. Because you start off like it started off okay, but then like in the middle of it was like, all right, like I guess ain't nobody really learned a real lesson, and everybody's just going back to doing the same thing that they was doing in the beginning. Type of thing, you know.
Well, Malcolm, I'm glad you was nice. You were so nice to this series or this mini series, because
I know you
something else.
T-Pain said it, but guess what? Don't do nothing else. Don't do shit new. This shit was ass, bruh. I was so mad. Like, nigga, He-Man showed up in 1 episode.
Yeah,
like the actual He-Man. Like, of course, we got Alex or whatever the fuck his name was, or Alan, whatever the fuck his name is. We got him. We good. We got him in like 2 episodes. But we got He-Man literally in 1 episode, and then the nigga didn't even really fight. He had 1 fight with fucking with Skeletor. Like, what the fuck is going on? So this whole shit is like, bro, I was so pissed off because I was like, bro, I came to see He-Man. Like, I get it. It's other side characters. It's his woman sidekick and like her dad, and fucking like even on the evil side, people like we get Evil Lynn and fucking Merman and shit like that. Like that should have been cool if it was fleshed the fuck out the right way. Like get them niggas they whole own episode or some shit like that. Like
yeah, it was like
niggas remember shit from the fucking 80s or some shit, bro.
Yeah, it was kind of
that we had to watch back in the day, like for like the last 5 minutes of an actual show that we wanted to watch, and this shit came on for like the last 5 minutes or some shit. Like, who the fuck is gonna remember this shit, bro? Like, nobody knows these niggas. Like, nobody knows the lore of, like, fucking Master of the Universe like that no more in fucking 2021. Like, nobody knows this type of shit. But, like, if they would have fleshed this shit out for, like, 1 episode for, like, each character they were introducing, like, they were literally saying, like, the part that fucked me up the most, like, I was already out of it. Like, I forgot what episode this was. Probably, like, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And in this episode, Beastman came into the mix, right? I'm like, who the fuck is Beastman? Like, who the fuck is this nigga? And then they just brought him up like we supposed to just randomly know who the fuck this nigga is, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I told you.
What the fuck are y'all doing, bro?
This shit was geared towards people that like that's a fan base of the actual show. So like it wasn't meant for it wasn't meant for anybody trying to like watch a new like thing ensue. Like it was meant for niggas that watched it.
I really have to see how the
'80s.
I really got to see how the '80s He-Man ends. I got to see how it ends. For them to start off and say this is a continuation of this shit, I really got to see how the fuck the '80s series ends, because
that's the problem. It don't end because like you know how '80s cartoons happen. Like it's just like it just gives you life lessons and like throughout the whole entire thing. So it doesn't really like have like an
shit, bro. I'm like, bro, like they keep introducing. No, it wasn't Beastman. It wasn't Beastman. It was Robotic Man or some shit like that. The little robot or some shit.
Robot, yeah.
Like this nigga, like who the fuck are you, bro? Like where the fuck did you come from? Like he just came out of nowhere. He talking about, well, I have your father's mind, and he started calling the girl, I forgot the damn lady name, but calling her sister and shit like this. Like nigga, who the fuck are you? Like nigga, you wasn't even in the first episode. Who are you? Like, who the fuck is you, bro? Bro, that shit blew me, bro. I'm like, they just introducing niggas without introducing niggas. Like we supposed to just know who the fuck these random ass folks is, bro. Like, like who the fuck? Like you ain't gotta flesh these niggas' characters all the way out, but at least introduce them in a previous episode or something, bro. Like the robotic nigga was literally sitting at the table. They're like, oh yeah, that's Robot Man. What? Like this nigga been this whole time and you ain't never introduced a nigga, he just here? Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about, bro? I swear to God, that shit blew me so bad. I'm like, Robot Man. I'm like, hey, sister, who the fuck are you? And why the fuck are you here? And why the fuck are you calling her sister, bro?
I will say this though, it was hella heavy hitters in this motherfucker. You had
nigga, and that's why I'm so pissed. Like, how you fuck
Mark Hamill,
all the characters, nigga? You had the All-State Man in this bitch, or the fake All-State Man, or the fake Denzel, whatever the fuck his damn name is. You had Mark Hamill in this bitch. You had two people from fucking Game of Thrones in this bitch. You had fucking you had Candyman in this bitch.
You had both. Not only you had two Game of Thrones characters, but you had two niggas from the Batman series. You had Mark
I was so pissed. Like I knew everybody's voice who was talking. I'm just like, so this shit just don't get no better than this. Like, bro, I was so pissed off. I'm like, bro, y'all literally had these people coming to the studio and waste all their fucking time, bro. I was so pissed off, bro. That shit was so bad.
Oh man.
Like you just wait to tell them, nigga. As soon as I got done finishing shit, that's exactly when I called. I said, "Hey, they need to stop letting Kevin Smith make shit." It seems like every time he get his hands on a fucking comic book property or fucking old cartoon property or like some shit that actually makes sense with the flesh out, this nigga just loses his fucking mind and does the dumbest fucking shit, bro. And it's irritating as hell. Like nigga, like stop letting this nigga make shit, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you good. I mean, hey,
it just pissed me off, bro.
Kind of in the same boat as you, because you know, that's why I was telling you, like somewhere after like 3, I kind of like I kept falling asleep on the last, like watching the last 2 episodes. I had to finish the last 2 episodes and stuff because I kept falling asleep midway through that, because like that's why I was saying like there was no like. Yeah, like
they didn't flesh nothing out, bro.
They gave depth to characters, but then they just put them right back, and they fucking like it was just like all that shit before. Then like
the best episode of this whole shit was probably the 4th episode when they actually went to heaven and shit.
Oh yeah, with the black, yeah, that's another
with all the other He-Man and shit like that. Okay, all the other people that had the power and shit like that. That was probably the best fucking episode. But you got to sit through 3 trash ass episodes with them fake having like girls being fucking gay. Like nigga, just say the bitch is gay. Like nobody gives a fuck, bro. It's 2021. Like she can be gay in a fucking cartoon and in real life. Let the bitch be gay. But then they like friends, and then the shit that blew me, the bitch put her arm over the other bitch's shoulder, bro. That shit blew me like a motherfucker. Because I was like, bro, if y'all just gonna make these motherfuckers gay, bro, just make them gay. Like why are we like doing all this extra ass shit, man? And I swear to God, that blew me. I ain't even know why. We're like, just make these bitches gay. Like, come on. We know they gay. Just go with it. We know it already. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
You know, what was surprising to me that was interesting too. I was like, oh, so Grayskull is black.
Grayskull was definitely black. And he was the first nigga with the swag. He was the first nigga with the drip.
I was like, oh, so that's where niggas get that modeled body from. I was like, damn, who the hell is this huge ass black dude?
Egyptians, nigga. That's where. The fucking Egyptians. Once again, the Bible is proven wrong. Yeah, man, that shit, I swear to God, bro, this show just blew the fuck out of me. Like, nigga, even if I didn't get He-Man and I came for He-Man, like, none of the other episodes was good.
That's why I said it might hit. It's definitely probably, I already see this shit foreshadowing coming in our comments and shit later. But all I'm going to say is it's meant for that particular audience. Like, there's no in between, there's no nothing. Like, if
I gotta watch some other reviews. I gotta watch people that used to watch this shit reviews, because I need to see what the fuck they thought. Because me coming in, how I came in fresh, like, I know what Master Universe is. I know a little bit about He-Man and shit like that. That's why I was excited for the shit. And then the trailer made the shit. That's what pissed me off too, nigga. The trailer made the shit look so fucking ill, nigga. That was the first goddamn episode, and that's it.
Yeah, the trailer was so misleading that I think about it, because I was like, ooh, this gonna be a real.
The trailer was the first episode, bro.
They gave it, like, in the trailer itself. That's what made me think it was gonna be a higher rating. But then when I saw PG, I was like, the fuck? And I was like, wait, what? And that kind of confused me when I started watching it, because I was expecting it to be a lot darker and shit, and because like that was the vibe that we was getting from the trailer, and I was like, oh, this shit for adults. I was like, okay. I was like, but then when you actually watch the series, it was like, this shit is not as dark. Like they turn in the screen. Like, this is how you know it's PG. Like, when niggas get stabbed
and they cut to a whole other
cuts away, little blood splatter, and then it cuts back into like the aftermath of it and shit, and that's how you know it's like a PG kids like cartoon and shit, because they don't show the direct thing. And I was like, oh man, it's just like
kind of finessed us. They finessed. We got finessed.
Yeah.
That trailer finessed the fuck at us, because nigga, I swear to God, everything that happened in that trailer happened in the first fucking episode, bro. Yeah, I was so pissed.
Yeah, because I was expecting this shit to be at least 10, maybe 12 episodes. I was at least expecting 10, but that I was real surprised at, when I saw 5, and I was like, wait, this is it? Like, I was like looking, I was like, okay, maybe they released.
Yeah, I didn't even look and see how many episodes it was. I just let the shit play. First. I let the shit play, and then fucking when the last episode ended, it was Mark Hamill talking to fucking Kevin Smith, and I'm like, all right, what the fuck is going on here? Like, these niggas have the Walking Dead After Dark or some shit like that. What the fuck is going on?
Like, that's like its own separate thing too. I watched that too. I watched that too, and they kind of like it was just like it was just a speed run. It was a speed run with that shit, because like they was just talking to like the actors and shit. They got the original nigga who played Skeletor, like playing another character and shit. They brought him back. Then they had basically all these famous people from other places, like 2 people from fucking Game of Thrones. Then you got 2 people from the Batman fucking series.
They wasted so much talent, bro. This shit, I swear to God, it blew me, because I just went to go see the cast and just see who the fuck all was in this shit, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all wasted everybody. Like, how did you waste everybody? Y'all had one good fucking episode, bro.
Yeah, I would say this, like, this is why I kind of like in the same boat with you. With like, after I was watching the series, like, that kind of sucks, because like I thought that the way everything was being set up, that what was her name, Tila? I thought Tila was gonna be like the new He-Man essentially, but
she is. That's gonna happen next season.
Yeah, but like this nigga literally came back though, and that's why I was like, I was kind of pissed, because I was like, nobody really learned their fucking lesson. Everything was still the fucking same. They still had like, I think He-Man or whatever still had fucking like he was still trying to tell her shit and like secrets and shit.
They just didn't want to hear this. Like talking about we ain't had time and all this other shit and all that other bullshit.
Right. And it's still day one. I was like, only thing I like the fact that like this nigga was down for his friends, where this nigga gave up eternal heaven.
Yeah.
To help his niggas out, and that I appreciate. I like that.
Stupid ass died as soon as he touched foot on the ground. Stupid ass. Stupid ass motherfucker.
But then, then that happened. I was like, nigga, how do you die twice?
Stupid ass.
Horrible, bro.
Stupid ass motherfucker.
You died twice, man. That's crazy.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. I just felt like to me it felt like it was missing something. Those 5 episodes wasn't enough, and like they were trying to do a lot.
Nigga, they was trying to be petty about the shit because they gave Tila half of the fucking series, right?
Yeah, they did, and they brought him back.
And the fucking dumbass thing, they kept doing flashbacks and shit with her and He-Man and her, and like whatever the fuck they got into a situation. Like every episode had her with a flashback with fucking He-Man. Like, bro, we had the flashback when they were on the ship with Merman and fucking Skeletor and Evil Lynn and shit like that. Yeah. Then we had the other one when they was in front of the fucking Skull. No, they wasn't in front of Skull. It was in front of something. And she fell into a pit when she was fighting the monster with the whiplash and the tail whip, whatever the case is.
Yeah, that was the second. Yeah, that was literally like the second episode.
That was like the second and the third episode. They did that shit every fucking episode. They started with her and fucking He-Man with a fucking flashback or some shit, bro. I'm like, bro, like,
yeah, that's why
let her do her own thing. Let her do her own thing, but also flash her out at the same fucking time. Like they just wasted time. Like they went to go steal a cup. They went to go steal a fucking a bracelet or some shit like that. Like,
yeah,
like y'all was really just like wasting time with episodes and shit. But it was mid as fuck. Like this shit was dumb as hell.
That's why I feel like they kind of missed the opportunity to like gain a new audience too. At the same time, it's don't get me wrong, it's all good and great to cater to like a core audience, especially like if that core audience grew up with the show and like now they grown, and you gonna have them for sure and shit.
But they could have, if they was gonna build the lore, they should have built the lore.
Right, they could have did it the right way. Like if you're gonna use some old shit from like He-Man and shit, like the previous shit in the 80s or whatever, you could have reintroduced these characters in this world, and give it some time to kind of grow on these new people that like watching this. Because like don't get me wrong, like there are a lot of people that don't want to watch old cartoons just because like they don't age that. Some of them don't age that well. And it's mostly nostalgia. Like some people will do it.
Fuck around, show your kids Lion King. Only to show your kids Lion King. You only watching that bitch one time. You're not going back to watch Lion King every single fucking day.
Right.
Like that's it.
And like if you're trying to pull a new audience, like the look and the animation was pretty like
it was great.
It was pretty great. It was pretty great, and it was kind of disappointing that they didn't utilize that to like its full potential. That's how I was seeing it, and just sitting there watching it, and it's like, okay, so like I basically like have to know all these characters previously, and like all their relationship types previously by watching like the older shit before, and there was no time for like a new audience to kind of grow and kind of develop and learn these characters and stuff. Because like that first episode, like He-Man, like the whole fucked up shit when this
because in the first episode they was like everybody knew that he was fucking He-Man except the dad and the mom and shit like that. Like how the fuck did they know? How did they find out? Like,
how the fuck does your new audience know that? Like that's why I was saying this is more geared towards the older generation, because like they have a whole long line of like all the episodes and seasons of like watching He-Man.
I think that's just bad fucking writing, because to be honest with you, my nigga, if they try and do a continuation from the shit from 83, the nigga should have had a purple blouse on with a white jacket or something like that. Whatever the fuck the nigga used to wear back in the fucking day. Like that's why I'm calling it bullshit. Like, bro, how the fuck y'all gonna start the first episode with the mom and the head of the guards knowing that he's He-Man, but nobody else. You just make it clear to everybody in your audience saying that he's He-Man, but we the only people that know. But how the fuck do y'all know?
The fucking king and the fucking fucking king, his best friend didn't know, and like I think a couple other people were like some of the citizens or some shit. And I was like, okay, like you know, like
back in the day,
you gotta
they shouldn't have had no clue back in the day. Because back in the day, he was a swole ass nigga with a purple blouse and a fucking white jacket on. Like, no way in hell back in the day this shit should have been hitting. Like, nigga, that's He-Man. And he had the little bowl cut on his fucking head too. All the time.
The same color hair and shit. Like, plus you never see these two niggas in the same room. So that
that should have been fucking obvious. At least that's the one thing that didn't make sense this time around. Because the nigga was skinny as shit. He was kind of puny. They called him, and when he died, or whatever cases went to heaven, they called him Toothpick or some shit like that.
Yeah, they called
or some shit like that. They called him some shit. But,
yeah, that's the only cool aspect I'll give it to, because like all the other He-Mans chose their what's name form.
Yeah, the God form.
And they personal, and he liked his personal more than like I guess that form or some shit, his guy form or some shit like that. So
I don't know, bro. This shit was ass. I was pissed. I was so pissed because like, bro, you can't just the way they were just introducing people, bro. Like at some certain point, but it felt like they were just trying to rush this shit out just to like.
Yeah, it was.
This is just like
rush too.
It's hard to say this shit, but this is just like DC. Like if you didn't know who the fuck if you didn't know who the Justice League was, like none of their powers and no shit like that, and they just put Flash in your face, Cyborg in your face, Wonder Woman in your face. You don't know these people from a can of fucking paint. Nigga, this is exactly what the fuck they did. Like they brought in Beast Man, Robot Man, fucking every fucking body. Like just brought their ass out the fucking blue, and just expect you to know who the fuck these people is.
Yeah, only like a handful of people actually know who, like, you know, like everybody knows like Evil Lynn and like, you know, all this other shit, but it's like people that don't know these people too. So
that shit was
mostly like if you're trying to introduce something like the most research some people will do, like new people, they just research the main villain and main hero. So everybody knows fucking He-Man, and then everybody knows Skeletor from all memes and everything. So
but then they see and that's why they fucked up, because if you wanted to bring a lore or you wanted to bring like a background story for some of these motherfuckers, all you had to do was get their ass a fucking episode with some type of interaction. Like they gave their ass like 2-minute segments. Oh, this is Merman. He has a legion of fucking mermaid men that fucking take over the sea, and they work with fucking Skeletor. Oh, all right. And that's it. And then he get his ass whooped a couple times with fucking Skeletor, and that's the end of his whole origin story right there. Like the nigga, like
they did that. They did that just like super quick with the flashbacks, and that is kind of lazy writing too. Like just use the flashback to introduce characters, like, but that's in a sense like that your audience know who the fuck all these people are too.
And that's the thing too, because like even so when the part was when they was replacing magic with technology and shit like that, like they didn't say like who the fuck this cult of people is. We really didn't really find out like their names and shit like that. The fucking leader just came out of nowhere. The nigga with all the different eyes on different sides and shit like that.
Because he was one of this I know from like previous shit, but that's one of Skeletor's like minions.
Right hand man type shit.
So yeah.
But that's type of shit you got to figure out. But they just introduce these niggas as like, all
right. They just introduced them.
Skeletor gone, so fuck him. We run this shit now.
Right.
That's exactly how they brought this nigga in. Like, bro, who the fuck are you?
Right.
Like, you just a new nigga on the block. Like, nigga, I got work now. What's up? Y'all gonna fuck with me or fuck with the old nigga? The old nigga gone now though. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck is y'all doing, bro? They just introduced me out of the fucking blue, bro. Like that shit ain't make no sense, bro. Like, that shit was just bad fucking lazy ass writing.
My man was like, "Yo, this magic shit is gone, so we need tech.
Pretty much
need something to put us ahead." They start building machines and shit.
I was just like, man, this shit was just lazy, bro. And it was like, y'all, you can't build a whole fucking lore in 5 fucking episodes. I'm sorry. No matter how hard you try, no matter, especially if you go on a route that they fucking went to, like, let's just say, fuck He-Man. We don't get who He-Man is because, of course, everybody's trying to be the master of the fucking universe.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I thought originally. That's why the first thing I did, I wanted to go see how many episodes it was, and then I originally thought like, oh, maybe because I know Netflix does this weird thing with certain shows where they, yo,
Vader, what's happening? About we outside. Hey Vader, we got you, bro. Just give us a couple minutes. We talking about this Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, we about to wrap.
About we outside. Hey Vader, let us get that. Hey, follow us on IG, Vader. I ain't want to sound like no groupie. I want to ask you in the chat. I want to hit you in the inbox and say, hey man, can we get a follow? But yeah, man. What is up, Vader? What's happening? We finna watch that in a minute though. I already seen the Instagram, man. You going crazy with the GFX and all that stuff, man. You went crazy with that.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man. I was pissed about that shit, bro, because they could have did so much better with the Masters of the Universe. Because of course, everybody wants to be Masters of the Universe, and you got us, my G. Thank you, Vader. Thank you. Yeah, man. But I got that everybody want to be Masters of the Universe, but fucking bro, like they should have built upon that shit, bro. That shit was horrible, bro.
Yeah, they kind of said
like if you gonna do side characters, I know we've gotten shows or series or something where the fucking main character dies, and they build upon all the side characters and shit like that. Like we've got shows like that turns out real fucking good, and there's probably been
a ton of shows like that,
a lot more, but it probably been a lot more episodes too. But at the same time, so like this shit was bound to fail either way it fucking went. Like my nigga, you can't build a whole flesh out, and that's why they can't just introducing character after character after character after character for 5 fucking episodes, and then just expect us to know who the fuck these people is.
Yeah,
what the fuck.
That's why originally what I was saying was that's why I originally thought that when I had checked to see how many episodes, and I was like, I saw 5. And I know Netflix does this thing where they fucking like, you know, with some of these shows, they release episodes like on bi-weekly basis. So that's what I thought was gonna happen. I was like, oh, they gave us the first 5 episodes, and then there's probably like a shit ton more. But it's like, nah, this is the first half. That's all y'all get.
Yeah, bro. I ain't like it, bro. It pissed me off low key, but it could have been so much better, man. Because that trailer finessed the fuck out of us, bro.
Yeah, it did. It did. Because like the trailer felt
finessed us, bro. That shit was so wild because the fucking trailer was so cold. They had the song, I need a hero. I'm like, oh, we gonna get lit in this bitch. Like we taking this bitch back, and fucking we got this bullshit, bro. I was pissed, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, I was so pissed. That's why as soon as I got done, like, nigga, did you finish this? I'm finna trash the fuck out this series, bro. Like, fuck it, they doing, bro. Like this shit, I swear to God, it blew me, nigga. I was so hyped. I was hyped off the fucking song. Like, nigga, I need that hero.
Me too. You finished it before me, and that's what's funny because, like, you know how I could tell, like, it was taking the turn for the worse when you was like, hey, and I was like, when I'm calling you
as soon as I'm done watching some shit, bro. If I call you as soon as I'm done watching some shit, I'm trashing it.
I was like, it's one or two things. Either the show is really good and you like, oh man, I can't wait to talk.
But you know when it's really good because the first thing I say is, nigga.
Yeah.
Did you
that's
see?
Why I was like, it was your tone. It was your tone because you was like, nigga. And I was like, oh.
And then that's what you say. You're like, I still got 2 episodes left. I said, nigga, watch that shit and just call me back, nigga. Watch that shit. Get the fuck over with and just call me back, man. I'm telling you, I was pissed, bro. I expected so much more of that shit, bro. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a little. It was sad, man. It was definitely sad, bro.
That's stuff talking about we Hollywood.
I had some. No, we ain't Hollywood, bro.
I'm talking about we Hollywood because we know Vader. Hey, I'll be Hollywood with no Vader. I don't give a damn. I'm in Chicago. Shoot something, film something. I edit it. Shit. But yeah, man. I expected so much more, man. I really did, bro. That's the part that pissed me off, bro. Because I don't know. Them 5 episodes, they do that shit no justice. They had one good episode out of 5 episodes. Like they literally had one fire episode.
I would say
that's it.
Yeah, 2. Yeah. Well, yeah, they had definitely one legit one.
Yeah. But the first episode, it was good only because we got He-Man in the first, and that's it. And we literally got the trailer in the first episode. That's the only reason it was good.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I would give that one a pass.
Yeah.
But other than that,
like we got legit 2, and then the other ones were just like,
it was a walkthrough. Like we could have walked through that shit. Like,
filler.
Yeah, that was hella filler. But
it's like,
hey, man. I don't know, Malcolm. You got something else to say? Because I like I said, I was gonna trash this shit.
We already wrapped up. We already wrapped up this whole thing, and I mean, it ain't much we could say than that we already said. It was only 5 fucking episodes.
Really 5 episodes.
It'd be different if it was like 10 or 12 or something like that. But that's all we got.
And don't get it wrong, y'all can go watch it if y'all want to go watch it because.
Yeah, like
don't go off our opinion. Just go watch it and see for yourself and things like that. But man,
each his own. Sometimes
I just be expecting a lot more from Kevin Smith, bro. Because I fuck with Kevin Smith, like I fuck with Clerks, I fuck with Jay and Silent Bob. I just watched Cop Out with fucking Bruce Willis and
I fuck with comic book man.
Yeah, comic book man. Yeah. Batman, the Fat Man. I listen to the podcast all the fucking time. Like I expect a lot fucking more, bro. And I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Like that's bullshit. But I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know nothing. What do I know?
I'm just
the guy that watches TV. I don't know shit. Yeah, man. Golly, I was pissed.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Right, bro. Yeah, man. We ain't got nothing to say. Masters of the Universe, get 2 thumbs down for me, unfortunately, but y'all had one good episode. We get to see a black He-Man. I was happy about that. Any had Rants.
Any win we can get, I'm there for.
Yeah, I'll take any black man with dreads at this point. Here's what it is.
Yeah, about the sidekick kick sister too in there in the beginning too. I was like, okay, with the dreads, we got 2 in there.
We got 2 black people in there, but yeah, man. Yeah, man, this is DADS Podcast. This has been our review for Masters of the Universe, 5 episodes on Netflix. My name is Clint.
My name is Mal.
We out this bitch. Make sure to follow, like, and hit subscribe. And also follow us all our social media, DADS Podcast, over Twitter, 2Dads with Dreads. And especially go to our Instagram. We got a link up there in the bio. It links to everything. Links to every freaking thing. We got a TikTok. We got all that. Go there, hit that link, and yeah, man, enjoy that.